What's going on YouTube? It's Raikazi here. As you can see, I have a new match. Looks really nice. Anyways, I'm doing a deck profile for set 5 Murokumo. As you know, Murokumo and Neo Nectars are like the new cheapest deck to make, so I decided to make this. Yeah, so nothing else to say about it. It's a really fun deck to play. I highly would recommend anyone who really wants to have a budget deck, like like a cheap Vanguard, but still competitive. I would say it's probably this deck in set 5. So yeah, let's get started. So your starter is obviously the Stealth Beast Evil Ferret. So if a Murokumo rides on it, calls at the rear, you can put this at the bottom of the deck, call one card, choose a Murokumo from your hand, call to the rear guard, and at the end phase it goes back to hand. So it's good for the Million Rat, which you'll see later what it does. So that's that. And I run 4 draws, 4 crits, 4 stands, and 4 heals. So that's pretty much standard. That's what you get. 4 of each, so 16 triggers. And then for the Great One lineup, I took 1 Turbulent Edge. It's not the greatest card, but if you draw into it, you can first turn attack for 11, and then its ability is when it hits a Vanguard, you can look at a top 5 card for the grade 3, convert Demonic Dragon Mandala Lord. If I find it, I can add to hand. If not, I just put the rest of the bottom of the deck. And then I run 2 Stout Raccoons, just because if it boosts a Murokumo, and if I have more cards than my opponent, it becomes a 10k booster, so I'm not too bad about it. And then obviously the 4 Vanillas, self-explanatory. 3 Million Rats, so this was the card I was talking about with the combo with the starter. No, it's like a free plus, you just call this Counterblast. It's Counterblast 1 to, when this unit placed on the Vanguard rear guard, it can call a copy of itself, but it goes back in a deck at the bottom of it. So it's more like a Reborn Tengu, I guess. You just call this Counterblast 3. Oh my god, all the rats are here, and it goes back in the deck later. And it's also 6k, so it'll hit for that 16, so it's good. And then 4 Perfect Guards, so yeah, so this is how the Perfect Guard looks like now, and yes, I'm actually playing 4 Perfect Guards. Like, I think this is like probably the first time I'll be revealing in English that I'm playing 4 Perfect Guards. Usually all the deck I play only has 3 Perfect Guards, so I decided to play 4. So that's all the great ones. Grade 2s, I have 4 the White Mane. Just because this deck is heavy Counterblast, because as you can see Tengu, you have to, not Tengu, the Million Rat, you have to Counterblast it to get the effect, so might as well, right? So unflip, get the unflipper at maximum. And then 2 Curse Breath, it's just my tech choice. It's not the greatest card right now, but I guess it's okay. It does the same thing as a Great One, but when it attacks, hits, search, yep. And then 4 Vanillas, can't say no to Vanillas, they're just good. Nubutama, not Nubutama, Bloody Mist. And then for the grade 3 lineup, I run the Stout Dragon Void, whatever his name is. Not the best card to use right now because it's a 9k, and also it does the same thing as Million Rat. You just call this Counterblast 1 and you get all these bleh, right? I was thinking about either this or the Kurama Lord, which does the same thing as White Mane, except it's a grade 3 version, and it's Soul Charge to unflip the damage, so it's like a how do you say it? Nova Grappler Mr. Invincible grade 3 version of it, but except it's Murokumo. So I run 3 of these. Last but not least, I run 3 Mandala Lords, because Mandala Lord is Mandala Lord. If anyone don't know what it does, it's a choose. So pretty much it's a 11k Vanguard. Its effects Counterblast 1, choose a copy of itself, Persona Blast. You can choose the Vanguard, lose, not Vanguard, choose an attack and lose 10k. So it's kind of like an anti-meta deck, I guess. And if people are wondering if the card's ability is stackable, I'm pretty sure it is. So if like someone attacks for like a high number, and you have like a Vanguard as a Mandala Lord, and then you have 3 of these in your hand, you can Counterblast 3 and just get minus 30k right there and discard it. But I'm not 100% sure about it, but in my opinion, I think it is stackable. You can just drop 2 Mandalas and just be like minus 20k, and then all you have to do is just drop a 10 for like something, I don't know, right? So 3 Mandalas, and yep, That's the entire deck. So I highly recommend it if you just want to play for fun, or you can play competitively and you want a cheap deck to start with. Murokumo is okay, you know. I play a Japanese one, which with the limit break for when the limit break Murokumo comes out, which is in like what, set 9, so it's about 2-3 months away left, because set 8 is coming out in April or May, and the set 9 will probably come out soon. When set 9 comes out, this deck will have like a major upgrade, because you get the grade 3 limit break Shirayuki. Just like a preview, Shirayuki is like a limit break 4 or 5, can't remember what it is. It's like the same thing as Mandala, except it's like a limit break. Your opponent Vanguard loses 20k and you attack into it. It's only when you attack, so yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys like my Murokumo deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.